Says Read, and welcome to the channel. This afternoon, we are going to do the behind the scenes booktube tag. Before we begin, I want to do just a wee little bit of housekeeping and invite you guys to subscribe to the channel. Please invite your friends to subscribe to the channel too, because this, my friends, is a booktube channel. And if you enjoy booktube tags like this one, if you enjoy book reviews, if you enjoy just talking about books and nerding out on book stuff, characters, stories, and the like, this is the channel for you. Subscribe, click the bell notification icon so you're notified each time I do a bookish thing like this. All right, we're going to dive into this tag. What is this one? Hold on. I think this is behind the scenes. This is the behind the scenes booktube tag. This was originated by Bob over at Robert G. Reader of Books. I was tagged by Pat at Book Chat with Pat, and there is some language here. Bob said, "This is an original tag about booktubers and their posting habits." I do have some posting habits. I watched a couple of these and went, oh yeah, okay, I do that. Okay, no, I don't do that. So yeah, I do have some habits. We're going to talk about them, confess them, that kind of thing. He says some of the prompts are about the mechanics of posting, while others focus on the politics of posting, like responding to comments, avoiding certain topics, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we're going to dive in. The prompts are: number 1. When recording a post, do you read from a prepared script, or do you refer to notes or a broad outline, or do you speak extemporaneously? You guys, it totally depends. Here at Sandy Says Read, I like to have some notes. Now on this tag right now, I have like minor notes, just a few little notes once in a while on the screen on this tag. Typically, I work with notes where I've got a notebook over here. Yeah, see this little notebook right here? Usually, I've got notes written down because I am ancient. I was going to share with y'all that, yes, menopause is happening. So, yeah, the brain fog happens, and I've got to have the notes or we're going to be totally lost. So, yeah, I usually have, it's not a script, but it's an outline, and there are notes, and it keeps us from going absolutely out of our minds. Number 2. Do you edit before you post, deleting hems and haws, misspeaks, mispronunciations, and other common speaking foibles? Or do you remove things you didn't mean to say, or off-topic thoughts, or comments you think might be misunderstood? Oh Lord, please don't let me be misunderstood. No, first of all, I'm not good at film editing. That's not my strength. That's not my strong suit. And the StreamYard platform that I use makes it a little bit clunky to do that stuff. I do edit out like sneezing or coughing. I have allergies to half the stuff in my backyard. So if I've worked in the yard in the morning and then film in the afternoon, I film on the weekends. If I've done that, then I'm probably sneezing my way through the video. So I do edit out coughing and sneezing. If I need to stop and take a drink of water, I edit that out. But you guys, what you see is what you get. If I flub up words, you get to hear my flubs. You get to hear it. This is me. This is who I am. Now, if I do, like read through a passage for you guys and I completely screw up the author's like wording, if I screw it up and I make the author sound silly, I will stop and I will reread it. I'll redo it so that the author doesn't come across poorly. I'll do that because I don't want to make an author sound wrong. I don't want to mislead you guys. I don't want to make it sound like the author is the moron when it's me that's the moron. Yeah. So I'll redo it. Then when it's time to edit the thing, I'll just like cut out the first version of me reading and just let you see the second version. Sometimes I have to do that. Yes. There we go. Number 3, have you ever edited a post after posting? Have you ever deleted an entire post? Okay, I'm not sure if YouTube allows you to edit something after it's been uploaded to YouTube. I don't know if that's allowed, if you can. I don't know if you can. Therefore, I've never tried. But I have discovered I was horrified to discover one time I had uploaded a video that I thought I had edited out, like this like a section of it I was thinking. So everyone out there was watching me think about what to say next on film. And I'm like, oh, that is ridiculous. I look like a complete moron. So I did yank that down. I yeeted that video. I deleted it completely from all the places I could find it. I deleted it and then went back to the original video and edited and took out this like space. It was probably like 2 minutes of me just sitting here going, yeah. So I have deleted an entire post. Number 4, are there certain topics you avoid? Things you regard as too personal or too controversial? I'm sure there are. I try not to talk about politics on my channel, like out there in society politics on my channel, because there are plenty of other channels where you can get that. You don't need it here. We talk about books here. We talk about characters and stories. You guys, I read books to escape from society and politics and the real world. I use books to get away from that stuff. Why on earth would I drag it onto my channel and then invite trolls to be mean to one another in the comment section? Why would I do that? So no, I don't. I just don't. Things I regard as too personal. Yeah, probably. I mean, during my monthly wrap-ups, I will give like a quick health update about what's going on with my health stuff. But I guess I don't go too far into that. I mean, first of all, y'all don't care. Y'all don't want to know all the ins and outs and intricacies of my health stuff. But, I keep you updated on a little bit of it. I mean, the vertigo stuff that's going on right now in my life, I should probably let you guys know how that's going, keep you updated on that, so that if suddenly all the videos here stop for like a month, you could probably figure out, oh, she must have collapsed somewhere. Yeah, okay. Number 5, do your posts include graphics, special lighting, music? Oh, did I skip one? No. Hang on, guys. Number 5, do your posts include graphics, special lighting, music, fast cuts, or other design enhancements? Y'all, look at this setup. The answer to that is no. Special lighting. Wouldn't that be interesting? I have a ring light here behind the camera. I've got another light over there that shines on, the stuff over here. No. When I first started the channel back in 2018, I had a free video recording software on the computer and a free editing software on the computer. And I would use those to beef up the videos a little bit. I did have, I don't know what you call them, fast cuts, but I did have some editing going on in those early videos that was not smooth, but it was at least an attempt to, do some fun editing in there. That is not my strength. I already said that. It is not my strength to do film editing. And I really don't have the time to learn all the ins and outs of film editing to try to convince all you out there that this is some fancy dancy channel. We don't really do that here. I'm not Steven Spielberg, nor do I want to be. I'm Sandy Lender, and I talk about books. I read books, I write books, I talk about character arcs, I talk about stories, and I nerd out when I do it. That's what you get here. You don't get fancy dancy video cuts in between music bits. We don't do that here. I just don't. Books are fun without that stuff. So, Number 7. In fact, the intro video for this and the outro video for this, I hired a gal on Fiverr to do that. And she did a fantastic job. She did an amazing job. I basically gave her like these sparse little instructions and a couple of pictures of books with like light coming out of them. I said, can you do something with this? And she did. She did an amazing job. If I think of it, I will put a link to her in the drop-down box below, so anyone out there, any booktubers out there who are interested can go and find her on Fiverr and see what she can do for you, because she did a very nice job for me, and it was not expensive. It was not pricey. As you can see by this setup, I don't do pricey, okay? But she did a really nice job on the intro and outro for this channel. Yeah. That's as much design enhancement as you get from me. That's good. Number 6, do you have a target number of posts each week? You guys, 1. I at least do 1. If I can do 2, I'm very happy about it. If I can do more than that, great. I try to do at least 1 long form video per week, whether that's a Booktube tag on Tag Tuesdays or a lengthy review of a book that I've read that I'm bringing to you guys. I try that once a week. I'm committed to doing that once a week for this channel. And then I try to upload a few shorts that, relate back to those. I try to do that. Guys, I've got a day job during the week that really, the day job has got to be my focus. That has got to be my priority. That's the thing that pays the bills, right? So while the books are fun and I love reading and I like doing this content stuff, the day job has got to come first. So the target number of posts each week is at least 1 long form video, some shorts. If I can do 2 long form videos, that's great. I try. Number 7, are there certain themed posts you contribute to regularly, such as Poetry Thursday or What Are You Reading Wednesday? Yeah, and I brought something to show this. This year, I started doing a fractured fairy tale reading challenge for myself. And I invite any one of you out there to participate in that as well. It's basically reading twisted fairy tales. Read a twisted fairy tale and then talk about it on your channel. Easy, right? So, and I brought with me Hans Christian Andersen's Complete Fairy Tales. Look how pretty that book is. Isn't that lovely? Isn't that a pretty thing? It's very nice, right? It's got sprayed edges. It's just a lovely thing right there. And I also brought Grimm's Complete Fairy Tales. And this one has got just an ominous look to it, as well it should, since it is Grimm's, right? Yeah, there we go. So and it also has sprayed edges. Very nice. There are those 2, but I've started doing the fractured fairy tales. Now, I'm not uploading those videos regularly. Like, we're not reading a fractured fairy tale every single week. My goodness, no. But once in a while, as I have one that strikes my fancy, I read a fractured fairy tale, and then I bring that to you guys. So it's not regular, but it is a thing, a themed post that I'm contributing to. I'm also doing the clock reading challenge, which, again, that's not every single week, but it is a themed post thing that I'm contributing to. I try to do Tag Tuesdays. I try to get those tags up either Monday night or Tuesday morning before work. So I'm doing the Tag Tuesday thing. I don't know, are there other themed posts that I contribute to regularly? I try to do a wrap up every month. I do that. That might be it. I would love to do Poetry Thursday. I think that's pretty cool. You guys, I have this imposter syndrome thing that goes on with me, right? I feel so strange about jumping on someone else's bandwagon. I mean, the Poetry Thursday that some booktubers do, I think it is lovely. I think it's very nice to read poetry and talk about poetry. I like that. But I feel as if I started doing Poetry Thursday too, it would look like I was just jumping on everyone else's coattails. And I don't want to look like I don't want to look like I'm just trying to steal someone else's thunder. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. So yeah, I haven't started doing Poetry Thursday. I just haven't. Number 8, let's move on to number 8. How important to you is the number of your subscribers? Is there a target number you're hoping to reach? If you don't hit your target, would you consider dropping out of Booktube? Are your posts designed to attract new subscribers? Are you distressed if you lose subscribers? All right, let's back it up and take these one at a time. 8A, how important to you is the number of your subscribers? I think that number has become more important to me because of the doors it opens with YouTube. What do I mean by that? I mean that once you hit 1,000 subscribers, YouTube considers you serious. YouTube considers you worthy of monetization if you have 1,000 subscribers plus 4,000 watch hours. Until you hit those, until you jump through those hoops, YouTube isn't interested in you, is not going to give you monetization. And I think YouTube doesn't consider you worth promoting. I think. I mean, I took a course with Think Media about how to, work on and improve your channel. And there are some things that YouTube randomly does to help smaller channels, but that is rather random, intermittent, etc. Yeah, you just got to work at it. I have just got to work at it to bring that number up. So it is important to me in that sense. As long as the people who are subscribed to my channel are here to hear about the books and be excited about the books along with me, that's a good goal. If that's 400 people, yay. If that's the 1,000 people that YouTube wants it to be, yay again. Yeah. Is there a target number you're hoping to reach? Right now, that target number I'm hoping to reach is that 1,000 that YouTube wants it to be. If YouTube moves the goalpost again, because they have moved it before, if YouTube moves the goalpost again, then I will hope for a different number again. If you don't hit your target, would you consider dropping out of Booktube? And no, that's not what would make me consider dropping out of Booktube. If not reaching a target goal was going to make me stop Booktube, I would have stopped in 2024. So no. Are your posts designed to attract new subscribers? Sometimes, but usually not. Or maybe yes, all the time, because anytime I'm talking about a book, I'm hoping that it's resonating with people, right? I mean, I would hope that talking about, like The Warden, I just filmed a review for The Warden by Anthony Trollope. I would hope that other people who enjoy Anthony Trollope or enjoy classics would see that and be like, oh, hey, she talks about classics sometimes. I would like to hear about classics sometimes. I will subscribe. I mean, that is a hope, right? So yeah, that post is not designed to get new subscribers. That post is designed to resonate with people who like talking about classics. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay, what is that the end of that one? Oh, are you distressed if you lose subscribers? Well, yeah. I mean, to be perfectly honest, I guess yeah. Because that's someone who has decided Sandy sucks. I'm leaving. And that's distressing. Okay. Number 9. Do you always respond when tagged? You guys, I do try. But once again, I'm not sure that YouTube and I are on the same page. For example, this tag right here, Pat tagged me to participate. The only reason I know that is because I watched her version of this tag. I watched her video about the tag, and I looked through the list of people she had tagged, the list of channels she had tagged in her information box, and I saw SandySaysRead and went, oh, hey, she tagged me. That's awesome. I wouldn't have known otherwise. There was another one. There was another tag that she tagged me on. Same thing happened. So now I am, I watch her channel anyway. I watch her tag videos anyway, but now I am cautious and I go and I look through the people she has tagged in her information box to see if I'm tagged, because I don't want to do one of these tags and mistakenly forget to, or just, what's the word I'm looking for, to forget to say who tagged me to do the tag. Does that make sense? I wouldn't want to leave someone out. Okay. Daniella over at Uncommon Reader, she was doing the TBR tag, and she left a comment on one of my videos saying, oh, hey, I'm tagging you in the conversation about the TBR. Awesome. So I went over to her channel and I was looking for the conversation about the TBR. Well, it was a tag, and I looked, oh, great. Okay. So I watched her video, and then I looked in the information box below, and she had tagged me in her information box, but I didn't know that. And I wouldn't have known that if she hadn't said something on my video, if she hadn't left a comment on my video saying so. So I don't know. So yes, I do in answer to the question, yes, I do respond when tagged if I notice that I'm tagged. So anybody out there who wants to tag me in a video, please do. I'm happy to do these tags. I'm happy to be notified that they exist, that it's an option, that it's something fun to do. But you're probably going to have to come to my channel and leave a comment on a most recent video saying, hey, Sandy, I'm tagging you on the blah, blah, blah video, and leave a link to it. Then my viewers can go see it too. Okay. Yeah, you're probably going to have to let me know because YouTube isn't. That's a long answer. Number 10, do you respond to viewers' comments? Yes. Are your responses lengthy or only a thumbs up or down? I do respond to viewers' comments, but here's the thing. I feel weird. I feel so weird about all these things. Seriously though, if someone is leaving a comment, I am thankful that they have taken the time to watch the video, to think about the video, to come up with a comment that they want to leave, and then to leave that comment. That, I mean, they're giving of their time and their thoughts and leaving a comment. That is, time is valuable, you guys. And so if they're doing that, my screen is doing something weird. What is going on? Hang on. Not sure. Okay. What question were we on? Question number 10? There went my brain. We were on question number 10. Do you respond to viewers' comments? Yes, I do. Are your responses lengthy or only a thumbs up? It depends on the comment that someone has left. If someone is, if someone has left a comment that is, in depth and thought provoking, I'm excited about that. And I'm reading it and I have something to say back. That's awesome. And I'm going to have that conversation with them. Here's the thing. I am not one of those people that has to have the last word. So if we're having a conversation and the person, and I probably don't know who the person is, but if that person out there makes a relevant point and it's a great point and it is a natural conclusion to the conversation, then I will give them a thumbs up on that final comment. And that's all that needs to be said. I don't need to have the last word in a conversation. I don't need to leave another comment after theirs. Does that make sense? Are you tracking with me here? So I'll just leave a thumbs up at the end of the conversation. That makes sense. So yes, I do respond to viewers' comments. My responses could be lengthy. At some point, they're just going to be the thumbs up, probably because we're good. Number 11, have you ever blocked anyone from viewing or commenting on your posts? Yes. Oh, yes. You guys, there are so many trolls and just mean-spirited people out there, which is startling on a book channel. What the heck? But we should all be talking about books and characters and stories and fiction like it's fun, like it's something exciting, right? But there are some people who don't get the fun in it. And there have been a few people where I'm like, you are being mean to others. Stop it. Yeet. Just yeet. You're out of here. And I do find sort of a sick pleasure in the thought of the way YouTube is supposed to work is that you can block a person. You can block that person from commenting on the channel, but they can still attempt that. Like they can still see the channel, they can still view stuff, and they can still leave a comment, but no one can see it. So they are like screaming into the void. So their rage is being thrown into the void, but no one can see it. No one hears it. No one reads it. No one knows that they're screaming into the void. And there's just some kind of sick pleasure that I get out of that thought of, I have yeeted you into the abyss. Scream all you want. Go ahead and get it off your chest. No one's going to hear you. And I don't know, I kind of like that idea. Number 12, tag some Booktube friends. You guys, I brought Jane Eyre with me in case we needed to talk about Jane Eyre. I mean, this being a booktuber tag, talking about our booktube habits, I talk about Jane Eyre almost every video. That's an exaggeration. I talk about Jane Eyre a lot because I love Jane Eyre and Charlotte Bronte. So I just assumed I would be talking about it at some point in this tag, and I didn't. Well, until now. Jane Eyre. Tag some Booktube friends. I think I'm late to the party again. on this tag. So I don't know who I would tag. If I think of some folks that I have not seen doing this, or I have not seen tagged on other people's tags versions of it, then I will list them in the information box below when I finally get this thing uploaded. We'll see how that goes if I think of some folks. There we go. Is that good enough? Is that enough for now? You guys, thumbs up for all the behind the scenes stuff we do here. Thank you for tuning in.